Welcome, welcome, everybody. I see Aaron, I see Beck, Brent, Claude, David, Fernando, James, Jeffrey, Jonathan, Luboslav, Martin, Michael, Thomas. Hey, Michael. Letting other people in as we go. Thank you for joining us here, guys, tonight. And I want to just get right to the point. We have an amazing person and a great friend of mine, Jeremy Kennedy, who's going to be presenting tonight an amazing strategy for making 500 to 1,000 bucks easily. And I know we say that in the internet marketing world, we say easy, but this is probably one of the easiest things I've seen. So Jeremy is a good longtime friend. We've known each other for, I think, probably 7 or 8 years, maybe. And what I like about Jeremy is he is one of those people that has high integrity in the online marketing game. There's very few people like that in the online marketing game. So I've learned over the years. And so this is somebody who you can not only trust, but also who cares about the people that he works with. And you'll see that as you hear his presentation, as you see him go through this. There's a deep caring there for people that he has, and that's something that I think is really special about Jeremy. And it's something that we have in common. We love to help people. We love to help entrepreneurs. I think pretty much my mission, probably Jeremy's mission, has always been to serve entrepreneurs, help them build a business, help them achieve financial independence and freedom. So that's what we're all about. And so Jeremy is not only a super affiliate, which means he consistently wins these affiliate contests. He does better than everybody else, but he's also a great vendor. And Jeremy and I have teamed up a couple times on product launches that we've done, and we always crush it when we team up together. So it's been an amazing journey just to get to know Jeremy. I call him the brother from a Southern mother because because he's from the South, so he's a brother from a Southern mother. Anyway, with all that, I just want to introduce Jeremy Kennedy, great friend, and have him go to town and share with you what he's got. This is really, really exciting stuff.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. And uh-oh, I just got this new light and look at it. It's blowing me out already. Look at that. Let me turn this thing down a bit. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know here in the chat. How you doing? Well, okay, back to normal. I just bought this light thing tonight for you guys so you can examine my ugly mug a little bit more. My wife has me growing this stuff out and I hate it. So I look a little scraggly. I apologize. But Dave, thank you for the warm welcome and the introduction there. I honestly believe Dave in the same boat is one of the most honest people and has some of the most highest integrity of pretty much any marketer or entrepreneur that you know. And so that's why we love working with each other. I think it goes hand in hand. Who you work with matters. And so that being said, I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time tonight, but I do want to say hi to everybody and welcome. We got some people. Good day from Oz, says David. So hey, David, thanks. Where's everybody else coming from? We got oh man, so many people in the house. Beck, Brent, Claude, David, Jeff, James, Jeffrey, Jennifer, Jonathan. Well, I don't know if I can spell it. Luboslav, Martin, Michael, TF, Terry, Thomas. I'm not going to go through the whole list. We'd be here all night. But nice to see you all. Okay, we got Idaho, Wales in the house, Chandler, Arizona. Hey, I've spent some time in Chandler, and in Phoenix in that surrounding area. I'm from Arkansas and originally from Mississippi, basically Memphis, Tennessee area, but right below the border in Mississippi. So that's why Dave calls me the Southern brother from a Southern mother. So, anywho, let me see if I can share my screen and do this properly without messing it up. So, I apologize if I do. I got some really cool stuff to show you all. Let's see, from beginning. Okay, now let me see if I can get my controls back here. Share screen. Okay. We're going to share the whole screen and nothing but the screen. So help us everything. Okay, share. Hey, can you see my screen? Well, let me get the chat going here.
I can see it.
All right, everybody can see my screen. Yes, yes. All right. Now I might have to oh, that's going to be annoying. More people coming in. Okay. Trying to. All right, so this is possibly, and I have to say that because my lawyer would get angry if I didn't say it, the easiest high ticket affiliate commission system on planet Earth. Now, I say possibly, but I truly feel like it is, and I've had other people tell me that they believe that it is too. So I think this is really something that I've designed it to help a lot of people that struggle with a lot of the tech and basic things. So here's the deal. Here's my promise for you tonight. I'm going to show you how we're making $500 plus commissions over and over and over again, and how we're doing it without a website, without funnels, without videos, without dancing and shaking your butt on TikTok or creating any of your own products. Who wants to do that? It's hard, right? That stuff is hard. Nobody wants to do it. Fortunately, I've taken care of all of that. All right. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So does that sound good to you guys? Give me a yes in the chat box if that sounds good to you, and we can go ahead and forward. Michael says, all right, we got some yeses. Jonathan says yes. Martin says yes. Brett says yes. Michael says yes. Dave even says yes. He likes it simple. Aaron says yes. All right, so let's move forward. And I just want to say, you'll probably hear me say, ask you questions and stuff, but this is an interactive chat. I get excited when you get excited. If you're excited, and I can see that in the chat, and I know that you're excited. So it keeps me excited and it helps me know that you're with me. So please, if you don't mind, put in the chat box. If you're with me, I'm with you. Put I'm with you. All right, Michael's with me. Martin, again, you're with me. Brett, Dave, Jonathan. They're coming in. Okay, we're all with. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and dive into this stuff. And I think you'll like it. Okay, Thomas is with us. All right, this is a show and tell kind of webinar and call. And you see a lot of PowerPoints and stuff like that. I actually want to show you exactly what we're doing. Okay, I want to show you and not leave anything out. I'm going to show you everything, how we're doing it. And yes, there is an offer at the end. Hopefully you won't be offended, but there is a lot of gold nuggets in this. So please stick around at least to learn that stuff because it's really good stuff. I'm including some of my most valuable life lessons that I've ever learned for business that really upgraded my business to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And I'm including those gems. So please bear with me tonight. And so now I got to ask you a question. Can I please show you everything? Let's, all right. Here we go. Yes, please, Brent says. Okay. Pay very close attention and notice a few things with what I'm about to show you. I'm actually about to open up the sales letter for the offer, one of the offers that earns us $500 a pop over and over again. And I want you to pay attention and notice a few things about this letter. Number one, I want you to notice how it's written. It's written in a way, notice how it's friendly. Notice how it doesn't feel like a sales letter. Notice how it's not pushy and salesy. And notice how it's very, very simple. You're not going to see an actual web page. You're not going to see any fancy graphics. It's literally just words on a page. And you'll see that in just a second. Let me go ahead And people are saying, still saying, go for it. And okay, it keeps wanting to go to that. Okay. Yeah, notice how it's written. Notice how it pulls you in. Notice how it doesn't feel like a sales pitch. So, notice how simple it is. I'm getting ahead of myself on these. Notice no fancy graphics, no video, no complicated funnel. It's just words on a page. So, let's dive right in. Ready? Are you ready to see this? Are you ready to see this? And let's dive in. Now, let me make sure that I can do this properly. With the PowerPoint and everything. I'll try not to, let's see here. How do I? Hey, hey, boom. Okay, here we are. And we don't need that. Okay. Not that it matters, but uh, this is a copy of this letter. And I want you to notice something here. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Can anybody tell me what we're looking at besides just a letter? That's right, a Google document. It's a Google document. And it's actually a very long Google document. You'll notice it's 56 pages. Okay. And if you bear with me at the end of this call, you'll actually be able to get your very own copy of this document. Um, Stick around. It's going to get fun. Okay. So I actually want to read this thing to you. Now, I know it's 56 pages. I'm going to try to do it really quick, right? And just kind of breeze through it, not necessarily word for word, but there's a lot of important things in here. So instead of a PowerPoint slide, I'm going to show you in this Google document. So here we go. So first of all, even though we're looking at a letter, I want you to realize that the very fact that you're reading this is astonishing. The very fact that you're here on this webinar tonight is astonishing because out of 8.3 billion people on this planet, thousands just in your town, probably where you live, you're one of out of a few dozen people who will ever lay eyes on these words. And so please pay attention carefully. And that's not marketing hype. I'm telling you, there's some really good stuff in here. I'm very serious. I'm not here to waste your time, even though I like to have fun. There is a real secret. And this secret you might already know, but you probably don't fully understand. And I'm going to tell you this secret later on here in a bit. But first, I want to let you know why this secret is so important and how it could change literally the rest of your life, just like it did for me. Now, this secret, I actually learned this secret back in 2012. That's kind of when I got started online. And I had two kids, stayed at home. I still have two kids. I stay at home. And they depended on me to pay the bills. I mean, yeah, it happens. It's a family, right? That's what we have. They depended on me to pay the bills. I had a low ceiling hourly job I wasn't happy with. By the way, who's here as parents? Where's my parents at? Let me know who's my parents. Because it's not easy to be a parent. It's not easy to be single and no kids either, but it's not easy to be a parent, especially with two kids. So yeah, we got some Dave's a parent, Mark's parent of six. Wow. So I was trading my time for money. I'd get up same time every day. Ugh, go to work, do the same mind-numbing, you know what I'm talking about? Mind-numbing, boring stuff every single day. Same routine every day. Wake up, go to work, come home. The wife needs a break. She's exhausted from the kids. The kids need attention from dad. And when you finally have just a moment to chill, you don't want to do anything. You're done. You want to veg out on the TV, phone in hand, scrolling. Wife is scrolling too. Look, we could have been on separate continents. Dave's got four grown-ups. Wow. Brent has kids. You know what I'm talking about here. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. This was my life. All right. And I didn't know if there was a way out of it. I thought it was my life forever. So I asked myself, has this become normal life? I really felt like I was drowning. Has anybody here felt like you were drowning? Just, I found myself scrolling on business websites and forums looking for a way to bring money. Everybody here has probably found themselves in the same situation where you're scrolling different things. You're trying to find a way to make money online, that quick, easy money, right? And we all look for it. So thousands of people were talking about how to make money online, and I became addicted. I could not get enough. For about 6 months, I bought everything that I possibly could. I consumed information like a 6-year-old eats 8-year-old eats chocolate cake, just walk, 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 walk. No hands, two-handed, no utensils, just shoveling it in, right? I was buying everything and I spent so much money. My wife got so mad at all the crap I bought online. Has anybody else bought a ton of stuff, a ton of online marketing stuff? Like I've spent tens and tens of thousands of dollars. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. Hello. Exactly. So look, then there was this one day I was actually reading a sales letter, believe it or not, right? He described his business on the page, talking about how he had made over $1 million by selling little digital info products online. I didn't even know that is. Well, I knew I was buying a whole bunch of them, right? And then it hit me like a bolt of lightning. It was just the secret was right there in front of my face the whole time. I had spent so much time and so much money buying all these products, looking for the shortcut, that I failed to see the actual shortcut right in front of my face the whole time. And I just, the secret that unlocked everything for me, well, this is part of the secret, is that we as humans are essentially addicted to buying. Buying. We're addicted to it. And especially with information products. Buying gives you a little high, right? We get interested in something we're passionate about, whatever that may be, and we're willing to spend money on it, lots of it, repeatedly. When we like something, we buy and buy and buy. We just can't get enough. And here's an important point right here. This is a gold nugget. We will spend our entire lives buying stuff around the things we love. We are lifelong customers. Now, I want you to read that as not just we, but I want you to read that as other people are lifelong customers, meaning if you get a customer, they are a lifelong customer. We are lifelong customers. That's because desire is consumable. You consume it and you want more. Information products are consumable. You want more and more. And unlike your stomach, your brain, it never gets full. You just want more. So this really kind of opened my minds. I had been buying products all the time, but it occurred to me, here was the big secret for me. I was just like, I needed to be the one selling the products, right? I didn't need to be the one buying all the products. I still buy products, by the way. I just buy more focused products on my end goal. But I needed to make that transition from being just a customer to a seller. I needed to sell the products. And of course, I know what you're thinking right now. It's near impossible to somebody who's never done it. And you're probably thinking I'm about to try to teach you how to create your own products. No, 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 no. Trust me, I've created and sold hundreds of them over the years. It's who's got time for it? It's hard. Okay, it's not easy to create your own products. I mean, it can be, but for the average person who's never done it before, it can be kind of difficult, right? Who's got time for that? So I just want to tell you, I'm not about to pitch you a course on how to make courses, right? That's not what this is. So let's keep flowing here with me, and it's going to be worth it. So I discovered another secret also that you'll learn in a moment, and it's mind-boggling. But back to my story. So fortunately, for me at that moment of realization, I was staring at Martin's sales letter. It was Martin Crumlish was the guy that I bought this from. And it was a course teaching exactly how to do what he was doing, which was sell digital products online. And I'm going to make sure I got this thing muted. Okay. And isn't it funny that I knew that in order to learn how to start creating and selling my own courses. I had to buy a course to do it, right? It was some of the best money I ever spent in my life. I could tell you that. It was worth every stinking penny. So I knew the value of that course in that moment for me was immeasurable. It was a couple $100. It wasn't chump change at the time, especially for me working a 9 to 5 and not making very much. And the kids got everything, right? And so it was not easy for me to make that purchase. But at the same moment, I had another realization. It's great to buy information and to continue learning, but I was doing it blindly. I was just, oh, this method here and this method there, buying shiny thing after shiny thing after shiny thing. And I know, raise your hand, okay, or not, don't raise your hand, but give me a, yeah, that's me. If you have bought shiny objects before, God, I have bought so many shiny objects. So many shiny objects. Dave's like, yeah, that's me. Jonathan, yep. Yep. Mike, yep. Many shiny objects on the computer. They collect dust, right? So here's the thing. This never gets you anywhere. The key is to buy precise things, specifically focused on what gets you exactly what you want. All right, so that's a gold nugget for you. If you decide to buy anything else, make sure it's in line with your actual what you're trying to do online. And I'll tell you what that is selling things online, right? It really is. So that's the path to lightning fast growth. Instead of trying to chase, oh, I'm going to do e-commerce, oh, I'm going to do print on demand, I'm going to shake my butt on TikTok and get paid for views. There's so many different methods. But the reality is, you need to be selling stuff, something. And it's really fast. So I remember I was terrified about to spend that $200, but it was the best decision of my life. And I knew I needed it. So let's skip down a little bit. My wife, yeah, she wasn't happy. That was grocery money, by the way. She was like, "What the heck are you doing? Spending hundreds of dollars." I think it was like two, $300, something like that. And she's like, "What are you doing? Spending our money?" She was so mad. But she actually shocked me. She said, "But I believe in you, so go for it." And that was all I needed. I really needed that motivation, and I have to thank her for that. So I devoured his course and I got to work, and I had no freaking clue what I was doing. I'm telling you, I had no idea, but I followed his system, and my first go scored me $300 in the first day. Now, it was only 15 copies and it was a $20 ebook. But life as I knew it, it literally changed forever because I realized I was no longer trading my time for money. I wasn't slaving away. Instead of that, I sold a single PDF ebook in a weekend on how to do something, like a how-to guide, and I sold multiple copies of it simultaneously. And I put read it again in here because I really want that to click for you. I sold one thing, in this case, it was a PDF ebook, in a single weekend on how to do something, and I sold multiple copies of it simultaneously in one day. I was able to make what would have taken me 3 8-hour days slaving away at my job. You know what that's like. Going to work hour after hour, looking at the clock, and I was just like, it's never going to end. This is my life forever. And then I realized, bam, I just sold something and made the same money in like hours that would have taken me 3 freaking days at my job. Uh, I was absolutely dumbfounded. That unlocked the biggest secret to making as much as you ever wanted. Write this down. I said it before, but stop selling your time. Sell stuff instead. The stuff can be replaced with, there's infinite things. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But stop selling your time, folks. The 9 to 5 job is selling your time. Sell stuff instead. If you work a job you can only make X amount per hour, and you are stuck there. That's the ceiling. That's why you can't go forward. You can't go higher. You can't make it above that. That's your permanent ceiling. To make more money, you have to work more hours. And there's only so many hours in a day that you can work, right? And so that's why you feel like I can never get ahead because you can never make more. And here's the important part. There is no limit to the amount of things that you can sell in a day. There's a limit to the number of hours that you can spend working in a day, but there's no limit to the number of things, of stuff that you can sell in a single day, nor a limit at which price you can sell them. Think about that. Now, let's illustrate that. So to make $300 working a job, at the United States national minimum wage is like 7.25 an hour. That could be off. I don't know what the actual minimum wage is now, but uh, you'd have to work 41 hours, even at 12 hours a day. Is that right? Is my math right? That's 3 days. I think that's right. If it's not right, somebody check my math and just hammer me. I'm okay if you slap me around a little bit if that's not right, but I'm trying to illustrate the point. Instead, if you sell a $20 product like I did, 15 people, and by the way, it doesn't have to be your product. We're going to get to that in a minute. 15 people gave me $20 in a single day. Boom, 300 bucks. And everything was digital, fully automatic. They instantly got the product. I instantly got paid. That was it. But it even gets better. I'm really going to cook your noodle in a minute. It was just incredible to me. I thought, why stop there? So I sold another report and I made even more money. That one was 9.95. I sold 171 copies of it and I made $1,600. And that was when everything, literally, my life completely changed. It was over from there. It snowballed from there. And since then, that was again back in 2012. Uh, I haven't held a job since. I've grown that little business, that little info product business to multiple six figures per year. And it just blows me away every time I think about it. I quit my job that very first year. It was really after just a few months. Now, I don't recommend you do that. I'm not saying go quit your job and start doing this online thing. That was probably not the best decision, but for me personally, it actually was at the time. It put me in a situation where I had to make it work. But I've been doing this full time ever since. Over a decade now. That's all I've done. I've never had another job. I've only done this online fantasy world stuff, and it's absolutely real. Dave lives it too. So, do you want to know what the craziest part is? The formula for the past 30, I don't know, I got 14 years. Here I am living in the future. The past 13 years, the formula has not changed. I still do the exact same thing. I offer simple digital products to people who want them, and that's it. And and in addition to that, I also put email people, the customers on my email list, and I send them emails with more offers to buy, right? You don't even have to do that part, okay? The big ticket was I had simple digital products that I was offering to people. Some of them were mine, some of them were other people's. And that's it. That tiny little formula can break you free from your slavery. And I'm telling you, I live and breathe it. It truly does. It truly does work. So now, how does that bring us back to this conversation and this webinar and this letter right here? Well, the simple fact is that even though I've taught a lot of people how to do this stuff, how to create your own courses and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people just find it downright impossible to make their own products. And I get it. All right. I don't have the time or patience to teach you how to do it either. I lost that long ago trying to teach people who don't really want to learn how to create your own product. It's a losing battle. So I don't have the time and patience to help you with that. Uh, but there must be 100 different hurdles to get past. So, what to sell, how to make it, how to build web pages, how to build all the tech stuff, who to sell it to. No wonder people are more confused than ever. But what if you could just skip all that completely? What if you didn't have to do that? What if you didn't have to build web pages? If you didn't even know how to have to didn't what if you didn't even have to know how to sell? And what if you already knew who to give it to, right? What if you didn't have to do any of that stuff? Give me a something crazy in the chat if that sounds like pretty good to you. Like if you didn't have to do any of the stuff that you normally have to do. Brett says, wow, I don't know. You'll have to make up a word. I didn't have something crazy in the chat. Mark says, Jonathan says, yes. Yeah, exactly. Dave Espino, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Dave knows what I'm talking about because he feels that pain too when he builds and creates his own products. It can be a nightmare. Tanya says something crazy. Right. So uh let's continue on. So here's the thing. Once you get that first sale, it's going to feel like winning the lottery. I remember my first sale, and I just told you about it, and it was a game changer. Game changer. Dave told us the other night on a different call that his first sale was like $9 or something like that. I forget on an affiliate product, and he was like, "That was it for me. I was in, baby." When you get that 29.95, he says in the chat. And so, uh, but how big is the what if? We'll talk about all the what ifs and stuff. But listen, it's kind of like winning the lottery, and in a way, it kind of is because, in fact, you'd be more fortunate than the lottery winner. A lot of people don't say that, but ask somebody who won the lottery 10 years later how much money they have. They just got it and it's gone, right? Because what this is basically a way to produce money from practically nothing, just about any time you need it. And I say that with disclaimers. I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm saying in general, this has been my experience for the past 13 years that it has given me a way to practically produce money. If I can put something out there, if I can get people to a thing for sale, I can make money, right? So stay with me. I'm not saying you're going to hit a button and money will start shooting out, right? I legally can't guarantee you that you'll make any money ever online, ever for anything. I can't. Most people don't. But understand the simple fundamental facts where if you have a high value product that you know people want, whether it's yours or somebody else's, and you can get a few people to see it online, trust me, you can do that. And if you can do those two things, you stand a big chance of selling a few copies of it and making a little money or a lot of money. And trust me, with the right plan and strategy and people, you can. Uh, Anytime you want, you can get a few more people to see your thing and get more sales. Now, I've lived that since 2012. Okay. I know others, hundreds of other people who do it too. It's just a simple fact. Dave is one of them. All right. In fact, he's made way more than I have. Most of you know Dave. So, but you can look at my history and see it's true. Now, a lot of you are familiar with a platform called Warrior Plus. If you know Warrior Plus, give me a yeah. Yeah, I know Warrior Plus. Okay. This is my profile on Warrior Plus. And it's got some badges here. This means the top 10%, I'm in the top 10% vendor on Warrior Plus. I'm considered an elite vendor on Warrior Plus. I'm also a top 5% vendor on, or a top 5% affiliate on Warrior Plus. And I'm also an elite affiliate on Warrior Plus. And this little trophy means I have over 27 featured offers where they gave me the Deal of the Day award. Some of you may know what that is. Yeah, Dave says, I'm David Phillips. David says, I'm a big fan of Warrior Plus. Um, there's too many Daves on this call. So I don't say that stuff to brag. I'm just showing you, hey, I've been at this for a little while. I've got 12,000 146 followers on Warrior Plus who just basically hit the little following button on Warrior Plus. That's not like my email list or anything. That's just the followers that they get notified when I release a new product on Warrior Plus. And on Warrior Plus alone, I've done over 42,585 sales. That's units sold as a vendor, just a vendor alone. So I kind of know a little bit about this online sales thing. And you can see, again, I've been a member since January 2012. And I just took the screenshot the other day. So it's a fresh screenshot. So all the stuff is real. And and I have 20 active products on Warrior Plus. There's like 100 something more that you can't see. It doesn't show it there because they're no longer, I archived them. But anyway, this is just one of the platforms that I sell on frequently, also on JVZoo. There's ClickBank. There's several other places where I've either sold products or sell affiliate products or promote affiliate products. So again, over 13 years on the platform. Now, these badges are what Warrior Plus, they only give them to the vendors and affiliates who hit serious volume. I have all of them. I've been doing this online since 2012. And so, not dabbling, but that's 13 years of full-time online business as my actual livelihood, like paying the bills, feeding my family, the real thing, right? Actually doing this stuff in the trenches. And like I said, I sell a lot through other platforms as well. But I've also helped many other people how to learn, like earn life-changing income online. Like Helen, she's a single mother of two, came to me, didn't know anything about online marketing and that stuff, generated over $72,989 in less than 30 days with her first try, just using a simple PDF, right? Another student of mine, Ron, he was in construction. Hell, I've done construction. I know what that's like. It sucks. All right. He generated over $19,343 in about 3 weeks. His first time ever, and he was not technically inclined, let me tell you. I helped Andrea bring in $30,990 in less than 30 days in her first go. Cal, he was a worn out truck driver. That's something else I've also done was I was an over the road truck driver driving a big rig. I know I don't look like it, but uh, yeah. And I actually enjoyed that job. That was one job I liked because I traveled all over the country. But anyway, he does it in the UK. He brought over $22,000 in less than 30 days with a simple PDF in my help. And then my mother, my very own loving mother, 65 years young, and disabled. I helped her bring in over $13,442 on her very first time. And let me tell you what, she is allergic to technology. And she probably wouldn't want me to say that because she thinks she's pretty good with it, but she's allergic to technology. She can't ever get anything to work. But I love her. I love my mom. And so these are ordinary people with zero experience. So I say that, and I'm an ordinary person too, right? We're just regular, me and Dave, we're just regular guys, right? That we figured out that, hey, I can sell things online and I can make money with it. And if you build an email list too, which is not required, and I'm not going to try to get you to do that in here at all. This is not about building a list, but I am a big proponent of that. I know Dave is too, because that's an additional stream that's life changing. Uh, now, now I am going to show you how to do it in a brand new way you've probably never seen before, and it's easier to do than what they did. They did it the hard way, right? Those people did it the hard way. They made all that money, but they did it the hard way. And so now it's way, way, way easier. So you'll want to stick around for this next secret because it's a doozy. See, the most common complaints I get are the same. And give me a big heck yeah if you have some of these same complaints because I know I did. I just can't decide on a niche or what to sell. The tech stuff is impossible. I can't build a sales page and complex funnels. Boy, I hear that all the time. I don't know how to sell or write sales copy. Jeez, how many people say that? I don't know how to sell, man. I couldn't sell my way out of a shoebox. Nobody knows me. Why would they buy from me? Getting traffic sounds like an absolute nightmare. I don't have money for ads, and this stuff tastes like it sounds like it'll take ages for do to do and forever before I see the money. Yeah, exactly. I got some yes indeeds on here. Heck yes on many of those, Brent says. And so I listened to that feedback and I really, really do want to help people. So I simplified the process very greatly. I've simplified it in a new way that's really never been shown much to the public before. I say never seen before. Um, I want I want to make it as easy as possible for the regular, average, ordinary person to do this stuff because it changed my life. And believe it or not, yeah. I do want to make some money. I like making money. That's great. But it's way more satisfactory to help other people make money. And that helps me make more money too, right? So there's a little bit of selfishness there, I'll admit. But I also really want to help people succeed. And when's the last time you helped somebody do something and it made you feel really good? So I want to help others. So I've made it easier than ever before. It strips away the need for a website, sales pages, funnels, all that heavy tech stuff that gets in your way, right? It's a nightmare. So what we want is a way to get sales and get them now. I don't want to have to deal with all that crap. I want it now. So we don't want to spend enough time on that. So I started testing a new system, and by golly, it worked. It really worked. First time I tried it, I only had a $19 price point on it. But I brought in over $561 just in the first 48 hours. And these are actual screenshots from that time. Okay. It's not some bogus stuff, right? These are real screenshots. I do have the customer names blurred out because I'm sure they would not be happy if I shared them with you. Then I made another $399, totaling $960 profit and 100% profit, by the way, sales only from this new method. Again, real screenshots. Over $1,000 in less than a week. I couldn't believe it. I was in total shock. I was blown away how easy this was. And then I decided to up the game a little bit to see if it would work at higher prices. So this time I tested it with a $297 offer. Boom! Look at there. Those are real screenshots from that. So 10 sales. I made 10 sales at $297, totaling $3,000 in less than 5 days. Now I was really getting excited. Okay. And this was without a website. It's truly crazy how easy this is. And I'm going to tell you what it is in just a second. I bet some of you could even guess. However, that didn't satisfy my curiosity. If it worked at 297, would it work at 397? The survey says, ding, 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 ding. Look at there. We have a winner. One more try at 497. Ba-bam. Look at that. Yeah, this even works at 497. In fact, it even works at 997 and even higher. Matter of fact, my friend told me, and not too long ago, they used the same process to sell a $10,000 product. I've never sold a $10,000 product. I don't know about Dave, he might have, but I was pretty astonished that they even sold a lot of them at $10,000. It's like, what? All without a website, without a funnel. It's truly mind-bending. So I'm actually going to reveal the method I used completely for you right here in a moment. But this one little pivot allows the average person to go out and start making real money with very little effort. I better check my time. Okay. Okay. So we might go a little overboard here, but just stick with me. It's good stuff. All right. So this one little pivot. So without fooling with web pages. So I'm actually going to tell you here, right now. Why? Because you've spent the time with us so far. Reading this long butt letter, listening to me read it to you. There's a very important reason why I'm reading this to you, by the way, and not doing PowerPoint slides. I wanted you to see this in action. You see, the way I eliminated it, all the hassles was just by erasing them altogether. Instead of building fancy sales pages, I started using what I call my $500 POPs system. And I used to call it the super simple sales system or simply using Google Documents. Notice what we're in right now. We're in a Google document. We're in a Google document, guys. A Google document. See, Google Documents are shareable. You can actually click this little button up here, share button, and it will give you a link that you could share it to anybody in the world, and they can come and view this document. I didn't have to build a sales page. I didn't wrote it. I typed it out plain text in a Google document. And in fact, you're witnessing this for yourself at this very moment. Notice you're reading this letter with me inside of a Google Docs. Now, we just happen to be on a webinar, so sue me. All right. So you're not on a fancy sales page. You're a few pages down in a plain old text file. This does absolutely work with Google Document. I mean, it just crushes. It throws people off. It's not the normal going to a sales page. And you know what I'm talking about when I say I am so sick and tired of going to these fancy sales pages that have 1,000 different things going on. You got a video that somebody made with AI. It's not even their face. And it's like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," and they got the bullet points next to the video, and they got, give me a, I know what you're talking about in the chat box, if you know what I'm talking about, because I'm so tired of it. They all look the same. So it really throws people off when you send them a Google document, and especially when that Google document is telling them a story and giving them an experience. It's almost like reading an ebook. I compare it to reading an ebook. Yeah, Brent says, I know what you're talking about. Tanya says, very true. Jonathan says, very nice. And Jonathan says, yeah, just give me the simple details, right? We don't care about the fancy stuff. So you're not on a fancy sales page. You're a few pages down in a plain old text file. I mean, come on. But see, I've tested this a lot over the past few years. And what I've realized is people don't care about the big hyped up sales pages. They don't give a flip about the flashy sales funnel you spent $1,000 on and the pro graphics with the hyped up video. They don't care about that all. I've seen the most flashy sales pages fall flat on their face. Even mine. I tell you what, this one time I launched a product and I thought it was the bee's knees. I thought that it was going to rock it because I spent so much time making this really cool sales page that looked, I mean, it looked amazing. Had like video background and stuff. It was probably my worst converting offer ever. And I still to this day, it hurts. It hurts me. So they don't care about that stuff. Customers care about is the value of the actual offer and what they get from it. What is the end result for them? That's all they care about. If you can write it on a napkin, people will buy it. Okay. If the offer is good and the result that's promised is great, right? Period. So we don't need a napkin. We got a digital napkin called Google Docs, and it's free. Google Docs is free. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. Everybody can access it from your phone, from your laptop, and they want the end result that you can offer. So it's crazy. But you know what's better? Now you can go and write your own Google Doc. And you can sell something. You can take what you've learned so far in this webinar and start making money right now just by going and writing a sales letter inside a document like this. You can even create a product and deliver it in a Google document. Let's say you want to sell an ebook. You can write an ebook inside of a Google document. And guess what? You can write the sales letter inside of a Google document. And you hit the little share button and share it and you get sales and there's your whole thing, right? But I wanted to make it even easier because people struggle even with that stuff. You might say, well, I don't know how to write sales copy. I don't know what product to create, even as simple as that is. So I've already done 99.9% of the work for you. And I say instead of 100%, you got to do a little bitty something, right? And the little bitty something that you got to do is so easy. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But I've already done everything else for you. See, previously, I'd have to teach you to make your own product. your own sales funnel, your own delivery system, all that stuff. But I've already built all that stuff. I've already done it. Like I've been creating product after product for over a decade. I got mountains of products, right? It's easy for me now. So I just did it for you. All you have to do is bring people by sharing your link to a Google document that I've already written for you. Guess what? You're looking at one of them right now. Pretty simple, right? Imagine your link inside of this document. Yeah, there's an offer at the end of this document, and there's a link to buy it, and it could be your link, right? Let's keep going before I get ahead of myself. So the doc will contain your affiliate link. You don't have to write the doc. You don't have to support the customers. You don't have to do anything. But click share, this little share button right here. I can even, yeah. See, there's a if I put anyone with access and I click copy the link, now I can paste that link anywhere I want and get people to this document. It's that simple. That simple. That's all you got to do. And share it to people. And I'll show you where, and I'll give you places to share, and let's just stick around, all right? So it's possible, it's possible, I have to say possible, so my lawyer doesn't get angry at me, to start getting sales immediately after setting this up. You can literally click the share button with after you've put your affiliate link in here, pardon me, and share it to some places, and somebody goes through and buys, bam, you make money. A lot of money. Um, it just doesn't get any easier than that, right? Type easy in the chat box if you think that sounds pretty darn easy. I'd like to know. Brent says easy. Jonathan says easy, easy, easy. Yeah, exactly. Easy. And somebody put E dash Z. It doesn't get any easier than this, guys. I mean, this is really simplified. And trust me, I've made it easy for you even to share. So these pre-made Google Docs, it's not just one of them, are undercover sales machines that offer access to some of my high ticket products. And by the way, not just mine and not just this. You might say, well, I'm about to sell the same thing. No. All right. I've got offers, high ticket offers from some of my friends because I've built up a network of friends. Dave's is in there. He's got one in there. I've got multiple friends with multiple high ticket offers. I've written Google Docs for all of them. So you can do the exact same thing with all these high ticket things. But for this specific offer, this specific doc that you're reading now, anytime someone reads the doc with your link inside and buys the product, you earn $500 commission. Bam, every sale. 500, 500, 500. I do all the work. I do all the work. I've already built and host all the other pages that's involved, like the thank you pages and the product things and all that. I deliver the high value products that I created for you. I support the customers. You just share the free Google Docs, which are full of value. People actually love reading them because they it's like reading an ebook and collect your $500 payments. That's all you do. That's it. It's a work of beauty. You don't even have to set up a duplicated funnel. Some guys will give you, oh, it's a done for you funnel. You don't even have to do that. It's a Google document. It's a work of beauty. I love it. This finally gives my customers the thing they've begging me for years, and it's a true, easy way to earn online. And somebody says, sounds easy, but I'm all ears on where to place my links. Hey, we'll get to that. All right, we'll get to that. Trust me, I got you covered because I know if that's your only thing, you're obviously going to say, well, how do I even do that, Jeremy? I got you covered. So without the hassles, without the crazy tech, without any previous experience. But I want to reveal one more big secret that absolutely changed my life. It really did. Okay, this is probably the most valuable lesson I've learned in business, I would say. And that lesson led to me making incredible sums in very short order. I once asked a multimillionaire friend of mine a simple question. His name is Matt Basak. You've probably heard of him. If you haven't, you just haven't been around long enough. He is one of the founding fathers of the internet, excuse me, internet marketing, not the internet, obviously, but of internet marketing and email marketing. And I asked him straight up, Matt, I'm making a little money, I'm doing okay, but how do I make a lot of money like you guys? How do I make the tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars per month? And the simple answer he gave, it was so simple, but it blew me away. He said, it's because you're too cheap, Jeremy. You need to sell higher priced stuff. See, up until that time, I had really been kind of piddling around with selling 12 and 10 and $20 products, right? And maybe there's a few upsells of like 97 and that kind of thing, 197. But I wasn't really selling higher priced offers. And he said, how many sales at $10 would it take you to earn just $100,000 this year? And he actually said, how many sales would it take to a million? But just $100,000, which would be great for some of you. Some people, not some of you, some people, that's life-changing income. It was for me, trust me. That'd take 10,000 sales at $10 a pop. But what if it was $1,000 per sale, he said. You'd only need 100. Now imagine, I mean, I've done 100 sales in a week. Actually, I've done 100 sales in a day in less than in a couple hours, like literally. Dave has done it too. 100 sales in a day. But I could confidently do 100 easy if I had a whole year to do it. If I just wanted to make $100,000 this year and only had to sell 100 of them, by golly, I'm going to sell 100 of them, right? So the point is, you want to be promoting higher priced stuff. If you wanted to make $1 million, you'd only have to sell 1,000 of those $1,000 at $1,000 pop. That's the power of higher price points, is that it takes a lot less sales to make a lot more money. Now, it takes the same effort. It really does. You may not believe it, but it takes the same effort to sell something for $500 to $1,000 than it does $10 to $20. And after you've done it for a long time, you'll realize sometimes it's actually even easier to sell the higher priced stuff, like I'm showing you here. Um, Give me a yeah if you are with me on this. If you're understanding that the higher price points is where it's at, because it really is, guys. Just a handful of sales and you're in thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, yeah, yes, great. Yeah, exactly. So when you start making $500 per sale plus per sale, life completely changes. It really does, guys. Really does, because now it only takes a handful of sales to make life-altering income. Now let's do some math, right? The system I built for you makes you $500 per sale. It actually makes you more. It makes you like 519 per sale, because I give you a little bit more so you make over $500 per sale. So you're like really making 520 per sale. Some folks only want to make a few hundred extra a week to pay the bills. Who's that? Does anybody want just a few $100 a week would be great. $1,000 a week, right? That's only one sale per week if you're wanting to make a few $100, right? One sale per week would make you $2,000 a month. Now, who here would love to have an extra 2 grand in your pocket? Now, I don't care how much you're making now, but 2 grand in my pocket, even at what I do, I love it. Great, give it to me. Imagine only one sale per week. You share the Google document each week, and you only get one sale every time of the thousands of people that you can share it in front of, millions really. And you only get one person every single week. That's $2,000 a month. You didn't slave away in a mind-numbing job for 10 hours a day all week. But let's say you want to bump it up a notch, right? Say you only want to make an extra $4,000 this month. You better have a pretty darn good job, right? But with my system, you would only have to share a Google document and get only two people that read that Google document, this Google document that you're reading now, which people love to read and buy from, only two people, and you would make that same $4,000, two people per week. Now, are you starting to see the power of this? Like, seriously, let's go one step further. Let's say you really want to bring in some dough. You want to hit that 10K per month. Coveted 10K per month is a lovely number, by the way. It's amazing. That's only 20 sales, guys. 20 sales each month, and you're at 10K a month. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. So, and all you had to do was share a Google document. And I show you all kinds of places and give you places that you can share it. We'll get into that in a minute. So, what if you want to go truly next level? Right? You're really serious. Let's just bust out the calculator. We actually go over this in a little bit, but there's some numbers for you. You want to make $100,000 per month. That's only 200 sales per month, and 200 sounds maybe like a lot, but again, I've done 100 sales in a day, literally. So in a month, you can do it. You can do 200, especially with the internet and our ability to get a lot of people to something. In a month's time, you can get a lot of people to see this document. So, would those kinds of numbers change your life? From doing that only once, 1 month could change your whole year. Let's say you did 200 in 1 month, that's a whole year's of income. Even if you did 200 the whole year, 200 this whole year, and you got 100K in your pocket. Trust me, with the billions of people hitting the internet every day, millions at your fingertips daily, if you could only get in front of a few thousand per month, a mere 200 people out of those thousands per month reading this document, your Google document with your affiliate link inside isn't really that hard to imagine, especially if it means you can bank $100,000. I mean, honestly. So I realize you're probably foaming at the mouth to get started. And I know you're still going to be left with a lot of questions that we'll cover in a minute. And I know you're even going to need help with it, as simple as a system as it is. But the good news is I've spent the better part of, I don't know why I put 14 in these places, 13 years learning business, my math. Uh, I should probably spend 13 years learning math, huh? So you can act like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix and just zap it onto your brain all at once, right? That's why I'm not only going to give you this $500 pop system, but also a ton of extra training, personal help, coaching, and ongoing assistance from me. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that this is the document that when you drive people to this, they're reading the same thing. Okay. And I want you to process this in your head is that I'm not just sharing this with you and this opportunity with you. This is this is one of the opportunities that they'll be reading as well to get in. So keep that in mind as we're continuing on. Now, not that you need all the personal help and coaching and ongoing assistance, but you could totally just start sharing documents like a madman and score. I mean, you could. But I want to make sure that you have success with this. And more importantly, I want to make sure that you have me in your corner so you can feel confident about it. Because that's where we all fall off, is we lose our confidence in it. And usually when we buy something, the dude is gone. It's like, here you go. Have fun. Hope you get success. See you later. And and you lose hope, right? Because but I'm not that way, all right? And you're going to see in a minute, I'm not that way. I want you to have somebody to turn to when it gets tough and you're like, Jeremy, I need some words of advice here. I'm doing this, it's not working. I'm doing that, it's not working. I don't feel confident. I need some just make me feel good, whatever. Jeremy, I want to bark at you for a minute because I'm mad about something, whatever, right? So I'm not only giving you the system, but online business as a whole. Because trust me, when you see the money roll in, you get addicted. And I am living proof of that. When you see the money roll in, you get addicted. So here's the deal. Uh-oh, my light went off. Turn it back on. Hey, am I blown out again? Okay. So Trust me, when you see the money roll in, you're going to get addicted. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you my $500 pop system and access to my private coaching ecosystem. I guess this light doesn't like me. Maybe it's overheated. Okay, but you can still see me, right? So uh, here's a few people that have made some comments. Back when I had this in a Facebook group, they said, I feel like I already run the prize by being here in this group with you, Jeremy, and the members. Bob said, I did forget to tell you, I learned a lot tonight and I appreciate the work you put into training us. And that was on one of our live calls that we have every week. More on that in a minute. Sylvia says, Jeremy, you take the time to get down on my level to show me this and remind me again. I thank you a billion times for this. Look, I spend a lot of time with personal attention to people and my customers. All right, I really do. Holly says, thanks for the attention, Jeremy. One of the things I like about your mentorship is that you are so mindful of each student, and I'm actually the queen of, and I cut it off. So we'll never know what she's the queen of. But we all have the same goal, right? And you get direct help from me, and I answer as fast as I can, in detailed replies. So, if it's so simple though, why do I need additional training and help? You might be asking. Well, let's illustrate with the story of a ship that broke down. You've probably heard this story before. The owner hired an expert mechanic to fix it because it broke down, and each day he was losing a ton of money. So the mechanic, he pulled out a hammer and tapped a bolt on the engine, and it fired right up. But then when he sent the $30,000 bill, the owner was perplexed. He's like, you only tapped the bolt, right? It only took you all of 5 minutes. And the mechanic replied, well, you paid me $10 to tap the bolt and $29,990 for knowing what bolt to tap, right? So, in the same way, with this additional coaching and training and everything that I'm going to be giving you, which is a lot of other stuff, not just coaching and training, trust me, stick around. I'm teaching you a true life skill that will allow you to tap the bolt anytime you like. It's totally up to you. And while I also give you the bolt to tap right off of the bat, being this offer, right? I'm also going to teach you how to have unlimited bolts lined up and ready to be tapped. So this goes beyond any petty method or tactic. You'll be able to understand and implement it for yourself immediately. You'll have unstoppable knowledge that you can apply to make money and other amazing benefits for the rest of your life. This is stuff that they cannot take away from you, is what's in your head. This is knowledge that extremely few people on this planet have. And I want everybody in here to type in the chat box, that is me. And what is you is that you have knowledge. I want everybody in here to recognize just from this call and you poking around with this online marketing stuff, or maybe you're even successful at it. You've got knowledge that probably 0.01% of people on planet Earth have. You are actually in a very specialized situation because of what you know. And it's something that nobody can take away from you. You now know that you can make an offer in a Google document and sell it. That's a lifelong skill, or a letter, or a written letter, period. And all the other things that we've learned. Look at that is me. That is me. That is me. That is me. That's right. It's everybody in here and everybody watching this. So this is knowledge nobody could take away from you. And I want to help you get to sales as fast as possible. And selfishly, because if you get sales, I make money too. And I want you to make money so I can make money. We both make money and we're both happy, right? It's a win-win situation. So I am very hyper focused on making sure you have success with this method. It is of ultimate importance to me. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Even if you've never sold anything to anyone ever, if you've never made a dime online, I'm going to help you out. We're going to get there. And this is probably the easiest way to do it. So the economy is trash. You already know that. Everybody's losing their jobs. So we go in here and talk about pricing. I'm temporarily cutting the price uh, and so forth. We don't have to talk about all this in the webinar because I also have some slides I want to get to, but I'm showing you this Google document. Okay, so what if anytime you needed money, you could share a pre-made Google Doc and get some people to see it and go? What would it be worth to legit show your honey a big fat stack of cash you made from your crazy online fantasy world? I mean, I'm telling you what, that was when I first got started in this stuff, and we had $10,000 sitting in the bank for the first time ever. I remember that night, my wife and I were in the bathroom floor, and I was looking at my PayPal account, and it was like $12,000. And it was the first time I ever had that much money at one time in my whole life. And we were both in tears because it was life altering. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. I've made it. And nobody can take this formula away from me. Even if I fail, I can go back to it again. Even if I fail, if my business goes completely belly up, completely, I can start over immediately and do it again. And nobody can ever take that away from you unless they take your life or, you know, dismember you or whatever. But you get the point. It was amazing. And I want to give you that same life-changing moment. Okay. So more than anything, I love giving extra money to those who need it more than I do. I do. But having this unique ability, it gives you a different mindset. So I often give money or I'll buy something or I'll go on vacation saying, that's just one sale. Yeah, I'll make just three more sales and I can pay for that. And when you know you can make those sales, when you're confident of that, everything changes. I often go on vacation, and while I'm on vacation, I actually pay for the vacation while I'm on the vacation just by getting a few sales of something. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not even kidding. While I'm out playing with the family, I literally do that all the time. Um, there's so many times a bill will pop up. I don't have the money to pay it. Somebody asked me the other day, Jeremy, you make all this money. How is it that a bill can pop up and you don't have any? Well, you know what? When you're making really good money, that doesn't mean you don't know how to spend good money, right? And so it's easy to get in the habit of spending a lot of money and then finding yourself, okay, I got to make some more. But it's a comforting thought to know that I can make the more, right? And so I want this lifestyle for you. And I'll be quite honest, I wanted to set the price tag at $5,000 because I would have made a lot more money, and I think it's really, truly worth it. And that's literally just 10 sales of a Google Doc. I mean, that would be fair, right? But let's face it, it's simply beyond the realm of possibility for most people. The average person usually doesn't have $5,000 just laying around, right? So I thought, okay, well, I could cut it in half. 2,500, that'd be more than fair. That's only five sales, right? You could potentially do that in a week or less. Even if it took you a month, $2,500 is a no-brainer, right? I think everybody here would probably agree. I remember when I first got started online, every dollar mattered. So I really want to truly help you out here. And we continue, we continue. So I thought, $2,000, that's an absolute steal. That's only four sales. But I wanted to make an absolute nothing burger for you. So instead of 5,000 like I should charge, not even 2,500, that would be extremely fair. Not even 1997, which is what most gurus would probably charge for this. Shoot, 99.97. Now, if you have ever been on a webinar before, which I'm assuming most of you probably have, that's like the going price point for webinar stuff, right? It's 997. But today, you're going to get any even less than that. In fact, that would only be two sales. That would only, if you made two sales, you can make that 997 back. And if you could do two, you could probably do 10. And so we're going to get back to the PowerPoint presentation, but I'm going to scroll down and we go into the bonuses and stuff that I talk about, that I'm going to talk about in the slides. The rest of this is basically the offer and the close, right? And that's it. So we'll go through here. There's the offer stack, and then there's a link, question and answers, and there's link. This is where you put your link, right? That's where your affiliate link would go in this Google document. And then you click the share button again, copy, paste to places to share it. And I hate the word traffic. I really hate the word traffic because it doesn't bring the reality of what traffic is. Traffic is the simple process of getting people to look at your thing. It's getting someone to go to your thing. It's getting people to read this Google document. It's dropping a link in a Facebook group or a wherever. There's so many different ways, and I'm going to show you several. But it's that simple. That's what traffic is. So I'm going to stop with this, and we're going to go back to our PowerPoint for a second. I didn't mean to go back to the beginning. So, where are we at? All right, that's where we were. Now, again, let's talk about how stupid simple this is. Step one, you open the Google document. We just read through it. Sorry it took so long. Step two, you make a copy. Step three, which is file, copy. That way you're not editing the original document, which you couldn't anyway, but you can make a copy. File, click, copy, make a copy. You insert your affiliate link. That's step three. Step four is you click that share button I showed you. Click the share button, click anyone with a link, and then you copy the link and start sharing the link. And step six, people read it, they buy, and you make money. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's it. It doesn't get any easier. So can you do that? Give me a can you do that? Type can you do I can no type I can do that in the chat box if you think you can do those six things. I can do that. I can do that. That's right. I can do that. Right. I can do that. Awesome. So now, can I make you guys an offer? We already kind of started to tiptoe into it, but I want to ask your permission, as I should. We are on a webinar. Can I make you an offer? Reckon, David says, reckon I can do that. You must be Southern. God, I know Southern. I know that word reckon. Reckon I can do that. Yeah. So, all right. Get back over here. I'm going to make you the offer to partner with me. And the reason I say partner with me and not buy my offer and buy my course and thing, because you're literally partnering with me. It's my product. I created the product. I did everything for you. Your job in the partnership is to share the link. That's it. And make the money, right? Share the link, make $500 a pop. Share the link, make $500 a pop. That's it. That's the partnership. And I do everything else. And trust me, there is a lot to it. It's Google Doc was simple. All right. But everything behind the Google document, and it's about you to see everything that I'm giving you that I have to support and take care of and continue with, there's a lot. So it's real partnership here. All right. It's not just I'm going to give you a course and let you be on your way and blah, 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 blah. I did all the work for you. It's already done. 99.9% of the work. You just share the doc, you collect the $500. Share the doc, $500. No website, no funnel, no selling. We all hate that stuff. I did it all for you. So here's everything that you're going to get. Every time I click the meeting chat, I have to click back on the PowerPoint. How you know this is live? Because I'm messing up. Okay. The $500 pops Google program, uh, program and Google Doc. It looks like I got a misspell, a miss. $500 pops program and Google Doc is what it's supposed to say. I'm not going to edit it right now. So you get access to the program and the Google Doc. Now that's worth legitimately $5,000. I believe 100% that it would be a fair price if I could charge it, because again, it's only a handful of sales. If you actually do this thing and get sales, it's only small handful of sales. 10, was it 10? And so, or 20, 10, 10 sales. My math. If I can do this stuff, guys, you can definitely do it, because I'm like struggling with basic elementary school math. So you get access to that system. It's worth the 5,000. I'm not going to charge you that because I know that's just outside the ballpark. But you're also going to get 6 more done for you high ticket offers that are not mine, that I didn't create. These are other people's, some of the biggest names in the industry, other people's offers that you're going to get guaranteed approval to promote on all of them. And they're all high ticket. They all pay you hundreds of dollars per sale. All right. These are offers that you could not even get approved to promote any other way. Like they just wouldn't let you do it unless you have a massive list or you're a super affiliate or something like that. And even then, some of them won't let you promote because they're super picky. All right. I'm getting you guaranteed access to promote their offers. And I've promoted many of them myself, and they convert like crazy. And these people that, when you see the names, Dave, one of his offers is in there. You're going to be able to promote his offer and make several $100s per sale. And I can't stress the value. This is really priceless, because it's one thing to be able to go and promote $10 affiliate products, right? Again, you have to make hundreds of sales to equal what you could with just a couple sales here. But one of the biggest struggles is, number one, finding high ticket affiliate offers. If you don't know the people, you can't even find them. I know everybody. I've got so many people that I can go to with high ticket offers. And in fact, I'm adding more offers. Right now, I've got 6 in there. I'm adding more. And each one of those 6 has its own Google document, okay, that I've written for you. So that all you have to do is copy and paste your affiliate link in the Google Doc and share the Google Doc. Again, for all 6 of these offers. Simple, easy, hundreds of dollars per sale. Yeah, right? Tell me if that sounds good to you. Does that sound good to you? Okay, that's only number 2. We got a lot more to go, so I better pick it up. Number 3, the Commission Coalition. This is my pride and joy. This is a school community I started a little while back, and it is where it's ongoing coaching from me that I teach people how to be a super affiliate. I train you how to be a super affiliate. And inside that community, man, I got so much training in there. You won't even be able to go through all the training. Like you're gonna watch some stuff and you'll be like, man, this is great. But you're never gonna be able to finish all of it unless you're just a beast. There's so much, but I'm right there in that community. You can post a question anytime. And to get into that community right now, you can go to the public page and see it. It's $497 by itself just to get in that community. I often promote it by itself to my list, to customers, to other customers, and it's $497 every time, right? And so that's not a number I just pulled out of the air. That's what I charge to get in. I'm going to give you complimentary access to the Commission Coalition along with this offer, just because I want to give you a place to have continued access to me, continued access to there's more offers inside of there too that are low ticket offers that you can promote. Now, I like the high ticket offers. The $500 pops program is really hyper focused on higher ticket stuff. But inside the commission coalitions, I've got some of my other award-winning products that are lower ticket that you can go in there and promote those too. I've got done for you funnels in there. I've got uh, so much training. I've got traffic training. I've got, oh man. And every week we do a live call every single week, every single Monday. We're in there live. That's included weekly live coaching every single Monday. And this last Monday, when we were in there, somebody was saying, Jeremy, nobody does this anymore. Like nobody does the live coaching. And usually when it's live coaching, they just have a PowerPoint and they teach you a couple things and the call was ended. My live calls, these live calls every week are actual coaching sessions. It's not me just going in there and teaching you something new. It's me asking you specifically, every member in there, everybody that comes on, I'm like prying into your life. Like, what are you doing? What's your background? Like, what's the thing you worked on this week? And like, no, don't do that. You need to do this. And we like open your sales pages and all kinds of stuff and like no, you need to change this. Like I'm actively in there coaching you and mentoring you and helping you specifically for every individual need that you have every single Monday live. Um, that is worth, I would say, probably the entirety of this whole program. That might be boasting a little bit, but that's the level of help I give you. Like there are very few people that actually do that. And I'm going like, so I want you to see success. So Monday, if you're struggling, it comes Monday, you're like, Jeremy, help. I'm going to be there to help. All right. And honest to goodness, that's included. All right. You also get a members only mastermind. Now, this is a separate mastermind. That, the Commission Coalition is a school community, but I have another one that's on Discord. It's a Discord community, and a Discord is a live chat community. It's kind of like Slack or Skype. Most of you have heard of one of those two. It's a live chat group interaction thing. So we're all in there, and there's some mega names in there that are in that community just lurking around that you wouldn't have no idea, but they're like multi millionaires. And we're all in this community, and you can live chat with me anytime in there, live chat with them. There's even a marketplace. I even have a marketplace channel inside that community where you can go and sell your stuff. You can advertise your stuff. You can advertise your services. I've got a channel for advertising your services if you have service, if you're a service person. There's a place that you can offer free stuff to get leads, like freebie stuff. There's hundreds of people in this mastermind, and you can request help with like all kinds of stuff. Live chat community, and I've charged $397 to get into that community just by itself. And I'm giving you access to that to do as well today, and it's huge. Also, this is well, I got to take another sip. I've got 5 built-in buyer communities. Now, let me explain what this is because I think it's awesome. A while back, I realized, people really complain about not being able to get traffic and stuff. And I wanted to give people a way to instantly get in front of buyers, real buyers. So what I started doing like a couple years ago is I started getting all of my customers and getting them into these communities. So somebody buys something from me, and I will offer them to get into the community. So I've built these 5 different communities. There's a Facebook group community. There is a uh, Discord. There's a Slack. There's a Reddit subreddit. There is a Teams community. Um, 5 different communities with hundreds of people in each one, some of them thousands, and they're all buyers. Like they're all customers. They all had to buy something from me to get them. And the sole purpose of these communities is to advertise your stuff in them. And everybody in the communities knows that. Like that's what they are. There's like they're communities for us all to spam each other. Like literally, that's all it is. And people love it. And I'm telling you what, people are in them every single day posting and posting and posting their stuff. And every time I promote something, I post in them too, and I get sales from them because these are my actual customers. These are real buyers, people who actually buy stuff. It's not just groups of random people. Okay. So I wanted to give you a place to get immediate buyer traffic, buyer eyeballs immediately on your link. And by the way, you don't have to post just this offer. You can post anything. You can promote anything in these groups. You can promote Dave's offer. You can promote anybody. If you got your own stuff, have at it. You can post in there once every day in each one of these things every single day. You can go in there and get buyer traffic, buyer eyeballs instantly. Give me a something. Give me a something if you recognize that that's a valuable thing. But I mean, I feel really good about it because it really solves a problem. It's like you can immediately go in there and post stuff and not get banned. And it's people that are actually looking to make money online. And you can post it and get immediate eyeballs instantly, just like that. Like it's serious, guys. It's serious. So you're going to get access to that today, too. Yeah, Britton says super. Jonathan, he's just got exclamation points like buyer traffic. Dave, that is so true. Dave says buyer traffic is the best quality traffic. Massive. Let me just speak on that for a second. Just 1 second. Most of you already kind of realize this, but maybe you don't. There's such a big difference in somebody that like gives you their email address or opts into one of your groups for free versus somebody who whips out this bad boy right here, if I can find it, pulls out their wallet, pulls out their card, and spends money, and specifically spends money with you and buys something from you. That buyer has proven they will buy from you and they will buy. And they will buy again and again and again. A buyer is a buyer is a buyer. And I can tell you over the past decade, a buyer is a buyer. If they buy one time, they're going to be buying from other people too, you and other people. So a buyer, the value of a buyer is infinitely higher than somebody who you just got from a freebie, right? So these communities, all five of them, it's only buyers. It's only people who have bought something from me. And I did this for myself, but I also did it for my customers. So you're going to get access. That's number 6. Jeez, I'm starting to lose my voice here. Okay. Also, I'm going to throw this in because some of you might be really interested in how to create your own digital courses. Now, you don't have to. That's totally optional. You could just share mine and the others that I have, the other 6 ones that I have in there for you, and even more inside the Commission Coalition. You could totally do that. You never have to create your own course if you ever have to, or if you never want to. You never have to do it. But if you want to, I've got this was my flagship product for a while. It is no longer because I've discovered that it's way easier. People want it done for them. So this is more of my flagship now. But used to, I had something called Courses on Command, and I charged $9.97 for that. And it teaches you the whole 9 yards of doing 6-figure launches, like making 6 figures per year with your own digital courses, and even how I've done launches that grossed over 6 figures. And so I go through every tiny little detail that every little piece of it in this. And so I'm including this for you. There was a ton of people that paid $1,000 for this, the 997. A ton of people. And now I'm just going to include it with this whole package for you, just in case you do want to get started doing your own digital courses, which, by the way, if you do, man, let me tell you, It's pretty darn awesome. It's pretty darn awesome. Affiliate marketing is great too, but creating and selling your own digital courses, boy, that's next level. And you can do stuff like I'm doing right now. David Phillips, David says, "Hey, this is big. Hell, this is big." Not Dave Espino, but another Dave. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not done yet. I'm still going. So, also, social media swipes. Obviously, you're going to be like, okay, Jeremy, I could share the link, but I don't even know what to say in a post if I wanted to post on social media, you know, which is just one of the ways. Let's say you wanted to post in one of the groups, the communities I have. Well, I don't even know what to say in the post. Well, I got you covered there too. I got your social media swipes. I got you done for your email swipes. Let's say you already have an email list. And you, Jeremy, I'd like to promote it to my email list. Well, guess what? I already got the emails written for you. I mean, I've literally done it all for you. It's included. If you decide you want to build a list, there you go. I have training inside that shows you how to build a list with this offer. In fact, there is, hold on, I'm losing my voice here. There's a case study inside the $500 Pops members area where I took $200, spent it on solo ads, bam, made $799, almost $800 with this stuff, the same stuff, and while building my email list, right? And I show you the whole nine, like how to set the everything up for building your email list. So, and 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 I give you the done for you email swipes. I mean, seriously. And I give you a done for you lead capture page if you want to build your list. Again, you don't have to. You don't need it. You don't need it. You could just share the Google document directly. You could totally do that. But if you realize the value of building an email list and you want to, I've already created the lead capture page that you can. I use system.io, which is a free funnel building platform that allows you to build sales pages and has an included autoresponder. You can build an email list for up to 2,000 subscribers free, completely free forever, right? No charge ever. And I've created a done for you capture page, lead capture page, that in one click, you can import that lead capture page into your System.io account and bam, it's there, right? And you just put in, you go to the page and you click like one or two little buttons to like add your redirect link to your Google Doc in there, and I show you exactly how to do it. And you can start running traffic to your lead capture page immediately and start building an email list. And it redirects to the $500 Pops doc. So you could be building your email list and be making $500 a pop. And then continue to email those people and sell them more stuff. Like, seriously, guys, this is, it's crazy, right? Also, I had to do this for myself really in the beginning. And I have something in there called Power Mapping Daily Progress. I like to lovingly call it Get Crap Done. And I used to use another word, but I'm not much of a profanity guy. So I renamed it. The Power Mapping Daily Progress is a procrastination killing machine. It's a methodology that I use that I'm such a huge procrastinator sometimes. Um, say me if you tend to procrastinate on stuff. I like sometimes I'll wait till the last minute until I have to do something. Look at the knees coming. That's a lot of us. You know what? I find that entrepreneurs have that thing. And it's not because we're not motivated. It's not because we're lazy. You're not lazy. It's not that you're scared of the work. It's a lot of the times we just need a very specific thing to make us do it. There's so many me's. Michael says, I even want to start a community for procrastinators. I think one day I should do that. Please let me in it if you do, Michael. And I mean that in all sincerity because, yeah, I'm one. I'm saying me too. But I have created this system. Well, actually, I didn't create the all credit where credit is due. I didn't create the actual system. I took an existing system and tailored it more towards my style, which is I like simple, super, super easy. And so this is like there's a few modules in it. It's only like 3 or 4 modules, and it walks you through a system of how to plan out your day. And I'm not a planning kind of guy, right? I'll give you a little hint of it is you like write down your top 3 things that you got to get done today, and you put a time next to it, like I'm going to do it in 1 hour or 30 minutes. And then you set a timer on your phone and you hit go. And that 30 minutes, that's what you're doing. You're working on it. And you don't stop until you're done on it. And then bam. And I'm telling you what, you can knock out thing after thing after thing. There's more to it than just that, too, though. That there's a whole system, but it's that kind of simplicity that will help you get more stuff done in a week than it would take you normally in months. Like it's a life-changing system. It really is. People paid $97. I sold that system for $97. And uh, I actually had a screenshot of a testimonial from Reed Florine that said it was a really great system, but I didn't put it in here. But anyway, I just now thought of that. Oh, why did I put that in here? Anyway, so you're going to get that too. So if you procrastinate, it's really going to help you. All right. Also, take another drink here. You're going to get a one-on-one strategy session with me. Okay. Now, yes, we get the live calls every Monday, and it's a group of people. It's usually only a handful that show up. You know, it's hard to get people to show up live sometimes, even if it's for their own benefit. So it's usually like 5 something people. But I want to talk with you directly, right? So you can get a one-on-one strategy session with me. This is not a sales call. I am not going to pitch you anything on that call. You would have already bought this, right? So it is purely me saying, okay, what's your background? Like, what have you been doing? What have you tried? What do you hate? What do you love? Like, helping you figure out what is your next step. Like, what's your next step and your next step and your next step? Because I want you to get hyper focused in a singular direction. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett sat down with Warren Buffett, Bill Gates' dad, and Bill Gates' dad says, okay, without looking at each other, without talking to each other, I want you to write down one word on this piece of paper. What do you contribute the most to your success? And both of them wrote down the same word. Can anybody guess what that word is? I want to see if anybody can guess what that word is that they both wrote down that contributed them to being multi billionaires. Can anybody guess? I'm just curious if anybody has the answer. You may have even seen this interview or not. Jonathan says persistence. Brett has it. Tanya has it. The word is focus. You gotta get focused. Okay. And we are all about distraction, 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 shiny object syndrome, 1,000 different directions. You know what I'm talking about. You got to get focused. And that's what that strategy session is about. Is okay, let's take all that different and get it in one direction and get you moving. You get that one-on-one strategy session with me. I've charged $200. I've actually charged more than that for strategy sessions like this. I've paid over $1,000 for strategy sessions like this from some of my mentors that were absolutely game changing. And let me tell you what, every single, I've done 100, I don't even know, countless of these, probably hundreds of these calls over the years with clients. And every single one, I've never had a client that was dissatisfied. Every single one came off and said, Jeremy, the light bulbs are going off. I know exactly what to do. I'm like, this is a breath of fresh air. Always. So I want you to take me up on this, okay? On the strategy session. A lot of people don't, and it's shocking to me that they don't. But I want you to take me up when you get inside. I want you to take me up on that, and let's get on a call together. Zoom, face to face, or phone. I'll get on the phone with you too. All right. So that's $197 value there. And I can't believe I do this. I actually give you my personal phone number. The phone number to this very phone right here. It's a real phone number, and nobody, I challenge you to tell me somebody that gives you their phone number like that. I mean, it's very rare. I can think of maybe one or two other people. In fact, I saw somebody send an email out the other day. It's like, I'm going to give you my phone number. I think they might have got it from me. But anyway, I give you my phone number so that you can text me day or night. Now, if it's 2 a.m., I'm probably going to be asleep. I am human, but you literally have a direct contact to me. That's something I can't really take back from you, right? And I'll even get, don't call me just out of the blue, please, but you could text me and say, hey, can we get on a call? I'm very open to stuff like that a lot of times. So I give you my personal phone number. I tell you what, I have paid thousands of dollars for phone numbers because you'll learn that the most success comes from who you know and talking to the people that are doing what you want to do. And the phone calls with my mentors have meant hundreds of thousands of dollars for me. I remember paying a guy $1,000 for a single phone call, and I did it more than once. More than once. And each time was like, I just added another $100,000 to my revenue. I just added another couple $100,000 to my bottom line from that one phone call. And that one, having that phone number, I can text him anytime now. Matter of fact, we just got through doing a promotion together and it did over 30 grand in like 2 days. All right. And that was somebody I used to pay $1,000 per phone call with, and now I basically got him on speed dial. And so I'm trying to explain the value of the phone number. Nobody's going to give you that. I give you that because I really, really care. I really care. A lot of people say that, but you will see that I actually mean it. Like I care about your individuality. So here's the complete stack. Almost. I got to sneak a few bonuses in here in a little bit. But here's the main stack right here. You get the $500 Pops Google Doc system and the docs itself. That's a $5,000 easy $5,000. That would only be 10 sales. Six more done for you offers and documents for other high ticket products from other people. So you're not just selling the same system. You're not just paying to be an affiliate. You're getting access to an entire system, a entire community, all kinds of resources, and the ability to promote all these other people's things that you could not promote ever anyway. Okay, that's priceless. It really is because it took years of me building relationships with these people to even get to that point to negotiate these deals, right? And and you get access to the Commission Coalition, which is the school community where I go in and help you become an actual super affiliate. If you want to take it next level, the live calls every single week, every Monday included. Again, the Commission Coalition, I charge $497. You can go to the community right now and see it's $497 to get in there. The Members Mastermind, they're on Discord, live chat community. You get the 5 buyer communities I've already built with buyers already inside of them that every one of them bought something from me. Thousands of people in these communities that you can get instant buyer traffic and instant buyer eyeballs on any of your stuff. You can go in there and post every single day, any of your stuff, not just this. I throw in how to create my courses on command, how to create your own digital courses. I used to sell that for $9.97. Lots of people paid $9.97. All right, I'm trying to wrap it up here, Jonathan. I don't know if I'm going on late with this. All right, we're almost there. Let me go ahead and get down to all this stuff. Social media swipes, done for you, email swipes, done for you, lead capture page, Power Magic Day progress, one-on-one strategy session, personal phone number. Jonathan, you don't want to go away just yet because I have some very time sensitive bonuses that I promise you're going to want. Okay. Stick around just a couple more minutes with me, buddy. I know it's 3 a.m. I appreciate that. Stick around with me for just a minute. So add it all up, it's $8,276. That's not made up funny business marketing numbers. That's literally what I've charged for all this stuff, right? Um, that's the actual value of what you're getting today. But now let's do the math. One sale a week, $2,000 a month in your pocket. Who would love to have an extra 2 grand in your pocket just from one sale a week, right? I know I would. Two sales a week, $4,000 a month. Five sales a week is $10,000 a month, guys. Five sales a week, 10K a month, right? Now we're talking about life changing. But today, on this webinar, you can get in for only $797. That's only two sales through your Google document. And with those two sales, you'll pay yourself back and you'll have profit left over. You'll have a couple $100 more. Two sales with this, guys. Two sales. The link is in the chat. Dave, could you please post the link in the chat for everybody? But I'm not done yet. There's the link in the chat. Links in the chat. All right. But I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Because we're going to do something else. All right. I'm starting a 15-minute timer for 2 mega bonuses. And you'll see why I have to make them only 15-minute timer. If you're watching the replay, you don't get these bonuses. Sorry. It's 15-minute timer. You'll see why in a second I have to do this. We're going to do the timer on my phone, 15 minutes. Hold on. Let me get it here. 15-minute bonuses here, guys. Start. It's 15 minutes timer, so I got to be quick. All right. So 2 mega bonuses. Number one, Buyer Clicks Rotator. I can't even believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it because I want to see you get sales with this. Buyer Clicks Rotator. I'm going to do an email blast to my own customer list, the same list that I promote everything to, the same one that some of you may even be on, and the same one that I often promote my $500 Pops offer to. I'm going to promote it to them the same way, like it's just coming from me, the same way. And every time I promote it, I'll always get sales. But here's the difference. In the email or in the Google Doc, I'm going to put a rotator link. And on that rotator link is going to be your link. Everybody's link in here that gets in within the next 15 minutes, I'm going to put your link on that rotator. Okay. And so that means that when somebody clicks, it goes to the first person's link. The next person clicks, it goes to the next person's link. The next person clicks, it goes to the next person's link. And it just rotates those links for every click that comes in. It goes to the next link, the next link, the next link. And your link is going to be on there, but only for the people that get in the next 15 minutes. And see, if I don't limit that, we're going to have a lot of stinking links, right? So I'm trying to limit that so it's not very many links on there so that most everybody has a chance to get a sale. Okay. And so I'm gonna actually promote it to my own customer list, over 20,000 people on my customer list, and that I email every time I promote an offer. 20,000 people. They're all buyers. They're all customers. I don't have any freebie seekers on my list at all. They are all customers and they buy this offer, especially because it's mine. And so when I promote it to them as mine, they buy. Okay. And so I'm going to put your link on that rotator. And so you're going to have a really good chance. Really good chance. I'm not saying you're guaranteeing sales, but you have a really good chance as some of those sales coming in will be under your affiliate link. Now, that's worth $1,000, 100% all day long. And I'll tell you why is because there have been times where people have paid me way more than $1,000 to promote something to my list. I had a guy not too long ago pay me $3,000 to promote something to my list. And I don't ever really do that. Like I'm not a solo ad guy. I usually make more money just selling things myself, right? I can make 3 grand just promoting a product easy. But I did agree because he was a good customer and a client in a long time, somebody I knew for a long time. And he actually paid me 3 grand up front just to blast my list. So that's something that I'm going to give to you that I guarantee you nobody else is going to do for you. Nobody, right? And again, that's $500 per sale. Pop, pop, pop. You didn't have to do nothing. You didn't even, all you had to do was give me your link. You didn't even have to share the link. The only person you had to share the link with was me, and I promote it for you. Okay? All right. Is everybody understanding? Tell me in the chat, I get it if you get it. If you understand the power of that. Like I'm going to literally promote it to my own big customer list. And you're going to be on that list, by the way. So you'll actually see me promote it. Thomas says, I get it. Jonathan says, I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, Brent, I get it. Exactly. It's serious, guys. I mean, honestly, I get sales when I promote this to my list. I get sales. So that's bonus number one. All right. We got 10 minutes left for this. 10 minutes for these two bonuses. The next 15 minutes bonus, and this is kind of crazy, okay? But it's real, right? A 4 day, 3 nights hotel stay, complimentary vacation. Yeah, I'm not kidding. All right. I think you do have to pay like maybe a small like the overnight tax or whatever their normal tax is for the hotel, but otherwise you're getting a 4 day, 3 night hotel stay. It's valued at around $1,200. Some of them more, some of them plus or minus, but it's a value around $1,200. You can actually take your sweetie on a romantic getaway. Again, I can only do that for so many people. 9 minutes and 45 seconds. You got to act in the next 15 minutes. And so, again, two sales of getting in this covers your uh, covers your investment today and makes you profit. And makes you profit. There's the link in the chat. It's still there. So those are the two fast action bonuses. Again, let me go back over those two. I'm going to blast your link to my list for this offer that these people already buy this offer like they do. And I'm launching a product soon. I want to have more subscribers on the list. Okay, by the time I do that. So, and you get a 4 day, 3 nights hotel complimentary vacation. Okay. Who wants a vacation? I want a vacation. All right. So the link is in the chat. The timer is still ticking. There it is. Link is in the chat. Timer is ticking. So if you act in the next 15 minutes, here's what you're getting, guys. Total value $10,479. It's not made up marketing hype. That's what it is. The Google Docs $500 pop system is worth 4997. Six more done for you offers and documents that you can promote high ticket, priceless. The Commission Coalition, you go to the page right now, it's $500 to get in. I give it into you today is included weekly, every week, every Monday, live coaching included, live calls. I am very hyper focused on you. Members Mastermind 397, 5 buyer communities where you can get instant buyer eyeballs on anything you want that you can promote every single day. You can go in there and post something different if you want to every single day in all 5 communities. Hundreds and thousands of people, buyers, every single one of them had to buy something from me in those communities. You get access to that. That's worth $97 easy. Create your own digital courses on command if you want to. You don't have to, but that's next level money. I'm telling you what, 9.97, that's what I charge. Lots of people paid it. Social media swipes included, done for you, email swipes included, done for you, lead capture page. If you want to build your list, you don't have to, but you can. And there, I've done it all for you. If you're a procrastinator like me, power mapping daily progress to make sure that you actually get it done, which there's really not much to do. You click the share link, you share it a few paces, you collect the $500 sales. I mean, it's super, 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 super simple. Somebody says it looks overcomplicated. It's not overcomplicated. I just give you a ton of stuff, more stuff than you really need, but you're going to love because it really helps you in all kinds of ways, not just with this offer. You get the one-on-one strategy session with me personally. We're going to get on a Zoom call, just me and you, face to face, and we're going to talk it out. And I'm going to help you work through whatever you're working through right now. And you're going to get my personal phone number. Nobody's going to give you that. Nobody gives you the personal phone number. They'd be crazy. It's going to ring on my phone right here, this very phone. Text me and we can get on phone calls too. Give you my personal phone number because I care about your success. So what if my light? Whoa, woo, blinded by the light. Okay, all right. Buyer click rotator blast. I'm gonna blast this offer. I'm gonna promote this offer to my list like I normally do. Right, in the same way that I normally do. The only difference is there's going to be a rotator link, and your link is going to be on that, your affiliate link, so that you, if some of those sales come in, you can get the commissions. Okay, my light just didn't work. So, anyway, and a complimentary vacation. Hello, 4 days and 3 nights, hotel, credits. I mean, yeah, okay, worth up to 1,200 more for that vacation. And the total value, which is insane, I know, but it is true. I belong to a special club where I can offer that. Okay, and the total value here is literally $10,479. But today, you're only going to have to get in for $797. And again, that's two sales of the Google Docs 500 POP systems. Two sales pays you back the investment and puts extra money in your pocket. Two sales, guys. Two sales. So the link is in the chat, and the time is ticking. 4 minutes and 23 seconds. So, and if you get in, I want you to tell me that you're in because I want to get excited. You get excited. All right, 4 minutes left. Also, I want to make sure that I get your names written down. Okay. So let me stop your brain for a second and help you think about this for a second. Let's just imagine a month or two from now, several months from now, you're looking at your Facebook wall and somebody posts, man, I'm making 10 grand a month. And you think to yourself, that could have been me. That could have been me right there. I remember that guy. I saw the thing that he's doing. And that was the thing that Jeremy was doing. And I didn't get it. I didn't get in. And now that guy's making 10 grand a month. And I'm still stuck here doing the same thing. Like, I don't want you to do that, right? I don't want you to be stuck. I was stuck. I was stuck bad. And I don't want you, I better pause this for just a second while I go into it. I was stuck, guys. I'm gonna pause it for just a second because I literally, I had a hard time. I had a hard time before I got into this online marketing stuff. I had two kids and I wasn't making good money. And we were really broke. We were really getting close to living on the street, to be quite honest with you. We didn't have any money. It was not enough. What I was making was not enough to pay all the bills I had to pay out. And it was a scary thing. I don't want that for you. And I know there's so many people that are going through that. And man, if I can change that for you or help you change that, I'd love to do that. I really would. And that's honest hearted. That's not marketing. That's honest to goodness. I want to help as many people as I can do that. So anyway, let me continue the clock, resume the class. Stopped it for just a second to tell my little story, but it's a real story. All right, the clock is still ticking. 3 minutes left on the clock. So I want to welcome you to those who have already gotten in. I want to welcome you to the $500 Pops family. And uh, this is the picture miss from 6 months from now. That's when I was supposed to tell you that. Looky there. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, so anyway, here's what we just saw. Let's recap. It's the easiest way to make $500 commissions probably ever created. You saw the actual sales letter that's collecting the $500 commissions. I think, and you would probably agree, it's a pretty darn convincing sales letter. It's pretty darn convincing, I think, and it's been proven because I have sold a ton of those through that Google up, right? And six stupid, simple steps. If you can copy and paste, and I mean it, if you can copy and paste, you can do this. One sale a week is $2,000 a month. 2,000, that's immediately squashes the 797. Imagine $2,000, just two sales total, and you make your money back and some. But just one sale a week, that's 2 grand a month. Five sales a week, that's $10,000 a month, guys. $10,000 is a lot of money in a month. It's a lot of money. It's a life-changing money, and I want you to make it. And not just because I'll make money, but I want you to have that 10. I want you to have that same moment that I had where I was sitting in the bathroom floor and I had over 10 grand in my account for the first time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is unreal. And it's true. It can really happen. Also, today only, we got a minute left. Buyer traffic rotator blast and complimentary vacation. Um, Huge value there. So the link is in the chat. Click the link, click it, and get in right now. You're going to get taken to a page. Now, maybe we could just show that page here in just a second. Boom. Again, 500. Boom, 500. Boom, 500. Let me pause this real quick and show you exactly the page that you're going to go to. So let me just click on this. It's going to take you to this page. Now, notice something. I have a sales page too. So after they go through and read the Google document, they hit this page, which also has a nice video on there, a very nice, convincing video with my lovely face. And it actually convinces them even further. Now it's really building a relationship because they're seeing me on video. And another short blurb, but you're going to go down here and you're going to click this button right here. Buy now. All right. You're going to click that button. You're going to go to the checkout, just like that. And you're going to click the checkout button, right? Simple as that. And that's how you do it. Also, at the bottom, it'll say Dave Espino. So let me get back to my thing here. Bloop, bloop. Remember, guys, boom, 500, boom, 500, boom, 500. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia's in. Awesome. Congratulations. I am looking forward to working with you. I am seeing some others come in. Awesome. Thank you to everybody that's getting in. Okay, So last few questions before we wrap this up. Quick Q&A. And if you have any, feel free to throw them in here. Okay. Do I need a website, hosting, or expensive software? No. You just need a computer or a phone, Google Docs, and PayPal. And those are all free. Simple as that, right? Do I need an email autoresponder? No. Now, I do include a pre-written email sequence if you want one. And I do include a pre-done for you lead capture page if you want to build an email list. You can absolutely do that. I highly recommend it, but you don't have to, not at all. Can I do this in any niche? Well, I'll be frank with you. These pre-made documents and these offers specifically in the $500 pops are really specifically aimed at online entrepreneurship, people who are looking to make money online. And that's really the niche. Could you do this process in another niche? Probably, yeah. Yeah, you could write Google Docs and sell just about anything and just about anything, right? But for this particular offer and the things that I've already done for you, it's aimed at online entrepreneurship. Do I need to spend any money but beyond today's enrollment? Nope. Free traffic, free tools, no upsells, no downsells, or cross sales. Now, you could decide to spend some money on paid traffic. I show you some of that in the course. I show you how I took $200 and made it $7.99. I show you all kinds of free traffic sources and free ways to get basically eyeballs on your stuff. And I give you the communities that you can go and post in. And again, if you're one of these people that get in the next 15 minutes, I did pause it for just a second to uh, get my email buyer blast, where I'm actually going to promote the darn thing for you to my own customers, right? Nobody's going to do that. Um, it doesn't get easier than that. I mean, I've tried to make this so easy that there's no reason not to because it's so easy. I live outside the US. Can I do this? Yeah. As long as info products are legal where you live and that you can use PayPal. You can accept payments with PayPal. How much time will this take? Well, that's up to you, honestly. 99.9% of the work is already done for you. Your job is simply to share the link in the ways that I show you, in the places that I give you, etc. How much time you want to spend on it? You might want to spend 10 minutes a day on it. You might be sitting on the throne and you pop up in Facebook and you pop the link in a few groups or whatever, or, a couple other little places that, hey, you can actually get sales just doing that. You could go total beast mode, say, I'm going to spend an hour or two a day on this, just trying to get as much traffic as I can to my Google document, and just go for it. You could totally do that too. Completely up to you. Very flexible. So what happens after you buy? You get instant access, you get in, you can start right away. You can start tonight. Uh, where's the link? It's in the chat right there, right now. Go ahead and click it. Any other questions that I didn't include here that you have questions for? Somebody asked about a two pay or a three pay option. Well, I have to admit, because it is two sales can cover this and make you a profit. I don't really offer a two or three pay option, but PayPal has PayPal credit. And when you go to buy, you can go into PayPal and it can offer you the PayPal credit option that you can pay it in two or three payments or pay it at your own kind of leisure with them. But that's between you and PayPal. So there is that option. But okay, again, one last look before you go. Everything you're getting today, you're getting the 500 pops Google document, 4997 easy, six more done for you offers and documents, priceless because again, these are high level offers you couldn't get access to promote. Commission Coalition, I'm going to teach you how to be a rock star affiliate. My biggest secrets are in that Commission Coalition. I'm telling you, I've got some stuff nobody else teaches because they don't know it, because it's stuff I invented, right? Weekly live coaching every single Monday. We're in there, live call on Zoom, face to face. Your microphone is on, your camera is on if you want it, if you want your camera and microphone on. And or you could just chat in the chat box with us, kind of like you're doing now. But it's live interactive coaching. It's not me just training. It is me asking you questions and really deep diving into you personally and helping you, assisting you every single week. 5 buyer communities done for you, traffic and eyeballs from actual customers, buyers. And the Create Your Own Digital Courses, Courses on Command program. That was my flagship program for a long time. I charged $9.97 for that for a long time. You're getting access to that today. Social media swipes included, done for you. Email swipes included, done for you. Lead capture page included. Power mapping daily progress. If you are a procrastinator like me and you need a system to kill your procrastination, this is one of the best, easiest. I've tried a bunch of them, guys. I've tried so many different procrastination systems. This one is the best. It is so easy, it's so simple, and it works. I mean, it is so effective. Also, you get the one-on-one strategy session with me, right with me. We're on Zoom, we're on a phone call, whatever you want to do. It's me and you. Me and you, baby. We're talking it out. We're helping you directly with just you. It's not a pitch. There's no pitch at the end of that. You've already got in. It's just me and you being real with each other. All right. I actually learn a lot from the people on these calls a lot too, because you have knowledge that you can share, right? And so it works both ways. Also, you're getting my personal phone number. It's going to ring this phone right here or text this phone right here. Text me first before you call me if you're going to call me. But it's my actual personal phone number. You'll get direct access to me 24/7. And, I might be asleep, but when I wake up, I'll reply. Buyer click rotator blast. Again, only the people that get in before this webinar ends, like you've got to get in now. And I will put you on that buyer click rotator blast. If you're watching the replay, you will not get that. I know there are people that say, we're going to give you the bonuses, even if I'm telling you, when I close this, that is done because I only want the people who got on right now on that buyer click rotator. And so I'm sorry if you're watching the replay, you don't get that part. But that's the joy and beauty of showing up live. Also, the complimentary vacation, $1,200 value, 4 day, 3 night stay. And that's across there's probably thousands of locations across the world. So you can legitimately take your sweetie on a vacation, on a getaway. Uh, we all need that reset, right? We all need that reset. So all of that combined, sorry, I'm catching up with the chat. All that combined, $10,479 and priceless for some of the things that are in here. Truly, truly priceless. And it's yours today for just $7.97. Again, I hate to stress it, but literally 2 sales of this thing. You share your doc and 2 people buy, you've paid for this thing and put a couple $100 in your pocket. Like, seriously, it's a no-brainer, guys. This is the easiest system I've ever seen. And I've seen thousands probably of systems, at least hundreds of systems over the years. And I have never seen anybody do this before. As easy and simple. I've never seen it this simple. Blair says, can I get the link, please? Just arrived. Oh boy. Hopefully you've seen everything, Blair. You got everything on the screen. Those 2 bonuses, they end when this call ends. So that being said, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to ask any questions that you have or to say anything that you want to say. Jeremy, I hate you. You're stupid. Whatever, to say your piece before we close this call. And it's going to close pretty soon. Our timer is down to 30 seconds, 32 seconds, our 15-minute timer. Okay, so I'm letting it go to the end of this call because I thought I was going to be able to close it in 15 minutes, but we got somebody that just joined on and he's probably reading Blair. Blair, that's a woman's name, isn't it? I said he. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I've got it mixed up. But give them a chance to look this over real quick and get in because once we close this, these bonuses are gone. Gone, gone. Okay. Do I have any more slides? Nope, that's it. So that's it. The link is in the chat. Hit it, get inside. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Really enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned some things. And where can I get? Oh, okay. Um, and that's it. I'm gonna take one more drink of my thing. I'm
Well, I
gonna
just want to
set.
come on here and thank you so much, Jeremy, for doing this. This is just a mind-blowing offer. I've been around a long time. I've never seen an offer that's quite this comprehensive where here's what I want you guys to think about. Listen to Jeremy's heart. His heart is to serve you and to help you and to help you be successful. I can relate to that because that's my heart as well, is to help people be successful. I've never seen an offer this blatant about helping you be successful. I've never seen anything like this, frankly. And so I'm like, holy crap, I got to be promoting this more because Jeremy is doing so much for you to help you be successful. The concept itself is very simple. You're sharing your link. That's it. Because he's done it all. He's done all the rest of the stuff for you. All this extra stuff here that you have here is amazing, and it's going to help you whether you're a beginner or an advanced person. But keep the focus on the $500 pops system. The strategy is so simple, right? And then you can just get on a call with him at any time. He's giving you his phone number. He's giving you all this stuff. So I can't even fathom what you put together here, Jeremy. It's really, really amazing. So be sure that you get in here and get in. I'm going to be a part of his communities as well. So I'm going to be offering my help as we go through this. And we're going to be looking at ways to work together in a more structured way, Jeremy and I, because like I said, we're birds of a feather. We both have a servant's heart. We want to help entrepreneurs. We want to help you make money. And so, it just makes sense. So that's all I wanted to say on that. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and pop them in to the chat.
Appreciate that, Dave. Yeah, I mean, honest to goodness, it's all about serving your customers. That's how you stay in business. And I've given you so much. Hopefully, you can see by all the ways you can contact me. That alone, like I've got the Commission Coalition Mastermind, the Discord live chat community. I mean, you can post in the Commission Coalition. You can chat with me in the Discord. You've got the one-on-one strategy session with me. You've got my phone number, my personal phone number. So where everybody else gives you the thing and leaves you in the dust. I mean, they might throw you in a Facebook group or something, and that's it. And just think about all these other people. They don't really care so much about your success, but I'm trying to give you access to me, which I've heard big gurus say that that's the most valuable thing. And they won't, like, for them, they're like, you got to pay more and more to get closer to me and more access to me. You've got to pay more and more. And me, Jeremy, I really want to help you because that's the way to get you to success is by giving you ways to talk to me and carry on the conversation because it ain't just, okay, I'm doing this thing and I'm all alone. There's going to be times where you need somebody to talk to and ask and just be real and have a real conversation. Again, that's what I love about Dave too. So, all right, guys, that's enough for now. I'm gonna put, well, there was 30 seconds on the clock left. So we're going to put the 30 seconds back on there. Where'd it go? Ah, I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock and we're going to end this call. And remember these two bonuses. That's it. This is it. You got to get it right now. We're checking timestamps. We're going to be checking timestamps on the people who buy. So you got to be hitting that buy button. Thomas says he's in. Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. I look forward to working with you, Thomas. All right. And Blair, and I know we had some others. They just hadn't say they're in. So 30 seconds. I'm gonna hit this timer, and at that 30 seconds, it's over. All right. And there's the link again, and boom. 30 seconds to hit that link and get in. And I love you all. I appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate your attention. And I hope you have a good rest of your evening and the rest of your week. Good night.